Peace and love, family. Black first. I am DJ Joker, and you're watching the Midwest Black. Now, this podcast right here is for black business and black empowerment. Now, let's do the work, family. Now, today's guest is a very special alumni of mine from high school, and she's been a business owner for well over 6 years. And her art is making custom cakes and delicious desserts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is JennyTeee's Cakes and Treats. All right, welcome back, and thanks again for joining us here on the Midwest Black. So, as we all know, you already are a successful business owner, and the business is growing fast. But we want to know, what were you actually doing before you started your own business?
All right. So, right before I started my own business, I was actually driving as a chauffeur, supposedly for some of the most rich and famous here in Atlanta, like the actors and actresses, things like that.
Nice.
And right before that, I was driving a school bus. So basically, I was driving professionally.
Right. And how long have you been in Atlanta?
I've been in Atlanta for a year and a half. It'll be 2 years in November.
Right. But again, originally from St. Louis, right?
Originally from St. Louis, but let me throw this in there. I'm an Army brat. So I was born in Fayetteville, but I like to say I'm from St. Louis because that's where I spent most of my life. All my lifelong friends are in St. Louis, so yeah, I'm from St. Louis.
All right, there we go. That's why we have that Midwest connection. Now, I
Yeah.
want to know, when you first started your business, what were some of the difficulties or some of the challenges that you faced in doing so?
As far as the business goes, the hardest, most challenging thing that I came across was my fear.
Yeah.
My fear actually delayed everything. I have actually been going at this for about 8 years now.
Okay.
It has been a dream of mine, and my fear is what slowed me down. That's the hardest part.
Got you. But you had to overcome that.
Yes, of course. Honestly, I really didn't overcome it until this year. January 2020, I decided that this year was going to be my year because I had no other choice.
Right. Understandable. So when you got your first customers and everything started, or who were your first customers, or who did you immediately start selling to?
Well, when I originally started about 8 years ago, about 8 to 6 years ago, my first fondant cake client was someone that I used to work with. And when I tell you that cake turned out nothing like what they look like now,
Yeah.
but she tried me and I tried it, and that was years ago. But now that I restarted since January, my first client was on Facebook, which was was a fear of mine, just
Yeah.
actually advertising on Facebook, and she believed in me.
Got you. And that's love. And sometimes that's all we need is somebody to, believe in us when we're doing these types of things. And that
Exactly.
really jump starts, that energy, that passion in us to move forward,
Exactly.
So I asked, what is your clientele like? What type of events do you do, or what are your favorite events? Things like that.
Well, I actually just did my first wedding cake, which was it was a pleasure and a disaster all at the same time, but it was all a learning process because of course getting there, the cake didn't make it. It actually fell right before, like a minute before
Ooh.
I got to the home. It was 3 tiers, but I learned a lot within the process. I had other cake artists hitting me up and telling me, the process of how to do it. So I just learned a lot. And honestly, I think that might be my favorite thing to do so far. And I've only done it once. It's just the thought of knowing that my cake is the center of somebody's big day.
Yeah.
And that is exciting.
Yeah, that is a very important industry. We need more people like you, doing those types of things. That's something that's always going to be needed. So I
Right.
asked, what is probably the hardest piece that you've ever had to do, or something that just took you crazy time, or what was the ups and downs of that?
I will say my hardest piece would probably be one of my most recent. And a lot of people would say, oh my goodness, it was a simple cake. Once you actually, I did it on live. So once you see me put it together, it was like, oh, that was simple. But I did a Chick-fil-A cake.
Okay.
And I would say, like, I made it look like a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, and I made the fries look like waffle fries, and they were actually cookies. And I mean, it turned out wonderful, but I would say it was my hardest one because I was so concerned about it actually portraying what it looked like. So I
Right.
stayed up at night. I mean, literally staring at the ceiling, trying to figure out, okay, let me make sure I do this right or I do that right. So that would probably be the hardest one because I just wanted it to be perfect.
Right, and I agree with that. And for the viewers, I'm just going to show them real quick what this looks like, because when I saw this, I was like, this had to be definitely one of the hardest pieces, but it's so good. I mean, it came out great, and you
Definitely.
definitely put some love into that. So, I mean, hats off to you. I don't think that there's nothing you can't do after seeing
Uh,
this.
I like to say that actually. I
Right,
feel like
right, right.
that I do if I can say that I can't do something. So there might be some things I might not know how to do right now, but I will figure it out. That's my thought process.
Right, that's how you got to do it. Keep moving. So I asked,
Exactly.
right, right. With that, so what's next for Jenny T? What direction are we going in now? What are things looking for? I mean, things looking like for you in 2020?
Uh, 2020 has already just been exciting, and just to know that there's so much more coming. Like right now, my website is coming out August 1st. I am extremely excited about
Okay,
it.
y'all
Um,
support?
I'll be featuring like a lot of, when I do my website launch, I'm going to do two of my most favorite items. I'm going to feature those, give some discounts, some specials, something like that. One of them I've decided on, which would be my cookies.
Okay.
Um, oh, my wonderful cookies.
Well, we got to get
My
that up
cookies
close.
are
Let me see those
delicious.
again.
Say it again.
Can we see those again?
Yes, look at these cookies. They are
Oh,
huge. They're
wow.
literally like the palm of your hand. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
oh
those look
my
good, y'all. Those look good.
And those right there are my chocolate chip cookies. They are very soft and moist. I brought them here just to show you guys. Like, I
Oh
mean,
man,
look at that. You can't tell me that doesn't look delicious.
no, I think I need some almond milk.
Yes. Oh, almond milk, of course.
That's
But so, like I was saying, my cookies are the next hot thing right now. I have people that are so addicted to them. They call me all the time just for them. Every 2 weeks, every paycheck. Let me get some of them cookies. So my website and my cookies, the next biggest thing, and just keep looking out for my cakes. Honestly, I have new designs, new cakes every week. So
okay.
that,
There it is, y'all. Y'all hear her talking to you. Y'all better get in. JennyTeee's Cakes and Treats.
that's
That is
me.
where we need to be. Y'all support this sister. Thanks again for supporting me here on the Midwest Black. I'll let you have the last word. Is there anything else you want to say to the fans or the listeners?
You know what? I just would like to say I'm just so thankful to be a part of this. Honestly, when I first initially got asked by you,
Hmm.
when you told me about it and what it was, it just excited me because honestly, right now, everything Black is all I want to support.
There you
And to
go.
be able to do this and to know that someone out there is actually willing and wanting to broadcast and show the talents of all his fellow Black counterparts, that is awesome to me. So I support you, and I thank you for supporting me. And that's all that's what I.
I appreciate you, sister. And what they don't know is hawks fly together, right?
Yes, we do. Woo woo. Hazelwood Central. What?
All right. Thanks, Jenny. We'll holler at you again. I got to get you on the show again when those cookies come out and the website launch and all of that.
Yes, August 1st. Don't forget.
August 1st, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.